हमको मिली है आज ये घड़ियां नसीब से, जी भर के देख लीजिए हमको करीब से. I was a kid, so there were mainly 3 or 4 singers: Mohammad Rafi Saab, Kishore Kumar, Mukesh, Mehndra Kapoor Saab, or ek do here and there. It was 99 or 2000. Sonu Nigam released his album Deewana and Yaad, and I was doing a show in Chamba, Himachal Pradesh, with Sapna Avasthi was the singer. And somebody, because there was no social media that time, and somebody, I don't know how it happened, but somebody just spread the rumor, oh, he's a Sonu Nigam's younger brother.
Oh, okay.
And so everybody was like in my hotel, and they were like,
working you up for you, huh?
like, oh, this is Sonu Nigam's brother.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Amina from New Wave Global. In this world of divisiveness, in this era of global polarization, I have with me here someone who's an antithesis of that, who's working hard to serve as a bridge between communities, who's a community leader, who's an advocate for social justice. I have with me here Ali Irfan. Assalamu alaikum, Ali. Thank you for joining me.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for having me.
Of course, it's a pleasure. So as I was saying, Ali wears a lot of hats, but he's more famously known for his mesmerizing singing abilities. Ali of Saregama and Indian Idol fame. Can you tell us about your musical journey?
Yeah, this is very interesting. So it started in my school when I was in middle school. So you know that I was in Delhi, and you know how the culture is in Delhi. We do have a lot of cultural activities during Independence Day or Republic Day.
Mm-hmm.
And so I do not exactly remember whether it was Independence Day or Republic Day, but I was asked to perform.
One of those days, right?
One of those days, yeah. But I was asked to perform on some patriotic song. And so I said, oh, okay. So we participated in that event. The response was beautiful. Everybody was like, they just wanted to talk to me after the event. And I thought, this is interesting. And this was the first.
So that was unexpected. You didn't think it was going to be that
well
received?
Yeah, I was mostly busy in playing soccer or all other games. Never thought that I was
doing what the boys usually do, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And then after during my senior years, it was in 98, actually 97. Saregama started in 97.
Okay.
And so we would watch that event, and it was a beautiful one. Like the first time in, I think, Indian television, somebody created that kind of program, the reality show. So I never thought to participate into it, but then I was in Delhi and I learned that there was some auditions going on for Saregama, and I went there, and this lady.
So you just decided to show up?
With friends, yeah.
Okay,
and I saw this, the director of this event was Gajendra Singh.
Okay.
And there was a beautiful lady, I still remember her eyes, like those blue eyes, and she was so beautiful. And I sang song Teri Aankhon ke siwa duniya mein rakha kya, and
for her?
I don't know. I mean, I just needed some motivation.
Yeah, so she provided that.
She did, and I was not expecting anything.
Okay.
And after, I think, 15 days or 15, 20 days, I received a letter.
Okay.
There was no phone. They used to send letter.
Oh, okay.
And so I received a letter. Okay, so we are calling you to Mumbai for recording. And so that time I participated in Saregama. It was 98.
Is that when it hit you? Okay, maybe there is a singer in me.
Well, so here's the thing. When I was singing, so I started singing with a band in Delhi, and I was a hustler during my school time. So I would do several jobs, working in McDonald's or Cafe Coffee Day, and I was singing in a band. So it was my like regular thing. but I never thought that I would get selected in Saregama.
Yeah, and go to a national platform.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
And here's the funny part. Like, I never told anybody that I'm going to Mumbai and participating in Saregama.
You mean your family?
Not to my family, not to my friends.
Oh.
Because I still didn't believe that I was going to Saregama. And so the format was they would shoot all the episodes in like one go.
Oh.
So 10, 20 episodes.
Okay.
And then every week there was new episode.
Okay.
So, and it was on Z, right?
Okay.
In 98. Sonu Nigam was the host of the show. And I was in college, first year. I was in Delhi college. And somebody saw this episode and told me like, so we saw you last night. I said, where did you see me? I was like, your episode was there last night. And so yeah, that's history. That was a beautiful one.
Okay. And then how about Indian Idol? How did you make your way to there?
Indian Idol was very late. I mean, after Saregama, I got, recognition, of course.
Yeah.
And then, so Mahendra Kapoor Saab was judge in my episode.
Okay.
Now, here's the interesting part. He was the judge, and I lost in very first episode. So the format was different. So there were 2 men, 2 women.
Okay.
And one would be the winner, go to the next round,
Okay.
and the loser will just go home.
So like a pyramid, right?
Yeah. So I lost it just with 1 mark. So
Okay.
I had 89, I remember, and the winner got 90. It was just 1 mark.
Very close call.
Very, very close. But I was happy that I lost from somebody who was really, really good. He was very, very good, very classically trained.
Okay.
And so, but the advantage of this show was that I got in touch with Mahendra Kapoor Saab.
Okay.
So his son, Rohan Kapoor, he got married with someone from Delhi. So Mahendra Kapoor Saab would come to Delhi for his shows, and he would do a lot of bhajans and other events like live shows.
Right.
So he would always call me
For his shows. Yeah.
to sing with him in chorus or either way, because
okay.
I think he was a gentleman, and so I got this opportunity to learn from him. I never met Muhammad Rafi Saab, but meeting with Mahendra Kapoor ji was just amazing, and learning from him.
So is he one of the major influences on your music style, on your genre of music?
Well, so when I was a kid, so there were mainly 3 or 4 singers: Mohammad Rafi Saab, Kishore Kumar, Mukesh, Mahendra Kapoor Saab, or ek-do here and there, and
Okay.
Lataji, right?
Yeah.
So everything it was not about a particular singer, but a song. There were so many beautiful songs from each one of them. I particularly connect to Mohammad Rafi Saab because all his songs you sing like romantic songs or happy song or
Right.
Shami Kapoor style
So they go more with your persona?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of Dharmendra ji and, that romance.
Okay.
And combination of Dharmendra ji and Rafi Saab was like crazy. It was,
Okay.
So yeah, he's the person.
So funny that you say that. From what I have gathered in my research, it shows that, people kind of compare your style to Mohammad Rafi Saab's style. And obviously he's like one of the most versatile and melodious and flawless singers to have been around. So how does that make you feel?
Well, so, nowadays when the artificial intelligence, have you heard those songs like, people talk about if this particular song, if Mohammad Rafi would sing this song, how would he sound?
Yeah.
You must have seen
Right,
that AI.
right.
So it's not new for me. I remember I was singing a Lata Mangeshkar song, and I cannot sing in Lata Mangeshkar's voice.
Yeah.
I will sing in my voice.
Right.
So the first compliment that I got, it looks like Rafi Saab is singing Lataji's song. So I think I don't not copy. It just looks like, naturally my voice
Yeah.
is, my tone of quality is
Right.
similar to him.
Okay, but that I think is a huge compliment, right, for
It-
anybody.
it-
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a great compliment. So, in your musical journey, is there something, a memorable moment, any experience that really stands out?
Yeah, I can tell you a funny incident. So, actually, there are many, because like I said, I used to do all those stage shows. Um, I think it was 99 or 2000. Sonu Nigam released his album Divana and Yaad, and also, and he was like heartthrob for youngsters.
Yes.
And I was doing a show in Chamba, Himachal Pradesh,
Okay.
with Sapna Avasthi was the singer.
Okay.
And so I was singing, I was doing all the duet songs. And somebody, because there was no social media that time. I mean, right now, nowadays, you can just check everything, right?
Yes,
Internet is
correct.
there and check
Yeah.
all the facts. That time, there was no fact check. And somebody, I don't know how it happened, but somebody just spread the rumor, oh, he's a Sonu Nigam's younger brother.
Oh, okay.
And so everybody was like in my hotel, and they were like,
Worked really
coming
well for
and
you, huh?
like, oh, this is Sonu Nigam's brother.
Okay.
And I was happy with that. I didn't tell her, like, yeah, he's my brother.
You went along?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, what's the point? I mean, there were some girls, of course. So,
Yeah, of course.
yeah, who would miss that chance?
Why not bask in the moment, right?
Yeah. It was,
And tomorrow everyone's going to find out anyways. So for now, let's go with it.
No, by the time I would be gone.
Yeah,
I mean, it was
yeah.
in Chamba.
Okay.
Sure.
So is that a place where, it's kind of more of a remote place where there's
Yeah,
not
so
access?
it's in northern part of India, close to Himalaya,
Okay.
Himachal.
Okay.
So it was like 4 or 5 hours from Delhi.
Okay. All right. So, I'm just going to shift gears a little bit because, like I mentioned, you wear a lot of hats. I have heard about your organization, Ruhaniyat,
Sure.
which comes from, Ruhaniyat basically comes from the word ruh, and which is soul. And, so this organization embodies the soul. And so what's the ideology behind it?
Yeah, so you will relate to that. Like, we are from subcontinent and living here in the United States.
Right.
When we talk about, so let's say talk about India or Pakistan, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody is Indian here. Either you're Gujarati, or you're Punjabi, or you're Marathi, or you're Telugu or Tamil. And similarly in Pakistan, right? Either you're Sindhi or Baloch, or you're
Right.
Lahori, or you're from Karachi. Or
Right.
So everybody lives in their small silo.
Correct.
And when it comes to the culture, like, our culture is very, very rich. And when I
Right.
talk about our culture, I'm talking about subcontinent,
Yeah,
like
South
entire
Asia. Yeah.
South Asia, subcontinent.
Yeah.
And so we were thinking, like, people are living in small silos, and they just celebrate their, limited, all those, they have limitations in celebration. So why, is there something that we can do so we can connect everybody and we can come under one umbrella? So I was talking to a couple of my friends in my township who are other members of this organization now. So we started, let's do something. And we thought about what are the most common attributes, or what are the common factors among the people, or different
So a common denominator between...
Common denominator.
Yeah.
So what is it? Music.
Yeah.
And music is what? The Sufi music, Sufism.
Yeah.
Sufism is common. So get out of the religion part.
Right.
So Sufism is very, very common. Second is food. So
Correct.
it doesn't matter
Yeah.
where are you from. I mean, you are from Lahore. I'm from Delhi. But we all eat biryani, dosa, sambar, vada.
Yes, food definitely unites us.
So these are the factors. And so we were talking, like, let's start something, let's celebrate our common culture, this Sufism and the food and our education background, like mathematics, and we have rich history from that region. So we were thinking about, Ruhaniyat, that's how this Ruhaniyat came in the picture, like soulfulness. Now, the first event we were thinking, and it was very interesting time. It was, I think, July. And we were thinking, like, okay, so how to start? Where to start from? And we thought, August is coming.
Okay.
And August is like Independence Day.
Independence Day for both
India
Pakistan.
and Pakistan.
Correct.
It is very difficult nowadays to celebrate India and Pakistan Independence Day under one roof. I mean, it's kind of, letting people, giving them a weapon and say, like, yeah, just kill me. Because you don't know how the people would react.
Yeah.
And we had this experience, like, not everybody was happy. They're like, how and why? With all these hurdles, we actually celebrated our first event in 22,
Okay.
India and Pakistan. More than 650 people showed up.
Okay.
Uh, and it was a beautiful event. People just didn't want to go back home. And after the event, the kind of response we received, the emails and the comments we received, like, thank you for doing it. Because here's the thing, my ancestors are from Pakistan or vice versa.
Right.
Right. So those people, like, we never got an opportunity to celebrate this composite culture.
Right.
And this is how it started. So we celebrate all these, like, this is a regular event every year.
So it's
We
going to
have
happen
planned-
every year. Okay.
It is going to happen this year as well.
Very nice. And so after these event, or particularly the one in 22, did your membership expand exponentially? Have you, like you said, you did get a positive response, but are people becoming actively involved in these kind of activities now?
Yeah. So the first one was really, really tricky and tough.
Yeah.
But once we executed it successfully,
Yeah.
after that it was easier for us to take, because we got a proof of concept.
Correct.
We took it to the people and we asked them, we invited them, especially Pakistani community. I mean, they were reluctant in the beginning.
Yeah.
Most of the people were
I would
Indian.
imagine so. Yeah.
But in second event, there were more participation from Pakistan.
Okay.
And we are hoping this year, because people already
bigger.
asking us, oh, when are we celebrating our Independence Day? And some Pakistani community, people from that community, they're reaching out to us. It's like, when are we celebrating? And not just that, but they're also asking, please count us in for anything.
So they were going to become active participants in setting up the event, not just being
Not
there
just
on the
being there, yeah. So it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that I'm sure that's very rewarding for you.
It is.
So you're also known as someone who nurtures local talent, someone who serves as a mentor for young children, especially who are interested in singing and or in the musical industry itself. So what's your message for a youngster out there? Pakistani, the viewership of this show is primarily Pakistani, Indian, South Asian diaspora. So what would you say to that, that youngster who's watching this, that teenager who's watching this show and is interested in music? What's your message to him?
Yeah, so I think, so India and Pakistan, when we talk about the music, I think Pakistani music is, I don't want to say that it's much richer, because they have hero like Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan Saab or Bade Ghulam Ali Saab, or you name, the roots are very, very deep there in Pakistan, and so is in India.
Yeah.
All the kind of music that we do have. Unfortunately, the music is limited to the movies there or serials.
Right.
So it's very unlike like Western world. Music is free here. So I think, so I started this during the pandemic. I started a platform called Bollywood For You.
Yeah.
And I would do all online event. So the format was that like I would invite local talent and somebody from Mumbai, like known person, like Javed Ali came to our show, Udit Narayan came to our show, and all these, like I do have friends from Saregama or some other program, so I would invite them. So the kids here, they would get some encouragement and recognition, and so
that must be very encouraging from them, right? Getting
And during the pandemic, when nobody was doing anything,
Yes.
they had no option to get out or to meet people. It was
so
something
that was an
like
out for them.
that was outing and plus getting recognition. So I think one of the my experience here is the kids are really talented. New generation is really, really talented. I know several people here who are learning classical and they're so good. My advice to them, just do not just focus on their learning. We have a very rich library. Learn from it and create their individual, like private music. Do not depend on the music or like the movies or the serials. They can record their own songs.
Just go out on your own.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. And are there do you feel adequate learning opportunities for kids over here, especially who want to go back to, I know there's a lot of opportunities to learn Western music or Western instruments, but do you think there are enough outlets or opportunities for kids to connect back to to their homeland music?
Yeah, so this is very interesting question. Now, it's a tricky as well because there are so many schools here, and I don't want to, without naming anybody, what I can tell you, there are like tons of schools in each and every corner, especially the city that we are sitting, or the state, New Jersey. You will
Right.
see those institutions everywhere. Not all of them are. I won't recommend them because it's kind of a what dukaan chalate hai na? It's a business. It's not really helpful. But there are some people who are really really talented. They are really taking this Indian Hindustani music hum bolte hain, the baton of Hindustani music forward, and they're really really talented. So there are some opportunities. There are some
Right.
avenues where you just need to find the right teacher.
The right teacher for you. Okay. So since you have such a diverse and versatile personality, and it's very uncommon for especially singers from our part of the world to be very well educated. My understanding is that you have 2 or 3 master's degrees and you hold a professional job. So tell us a little bit more about your professional career or your daytime job.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's not true that people are not educated from our subcontinent. There are.
All right,
people
fine. I take it back.
So, like you are from Pakistan and I'm from
Well,
India.
I'm no singer, so
I mean, but
I have
you
no
do
claim
have
to
some other
singing.
talent. So, the kind of background we come from, like culture that we have, our primary goal is to ensure that you are financially,
professional
you're,
degree, yeah.
you have higher degree, you get a higher degree, and then you get a good job. So that's your primary goal. So I can tell you this, I was so good. I used to do a lot of events and concerts, and I was famous, and people would recognize me. But at home,
Yeah.
I would never tell them that I was going to, in this event or perform. I have performed with all the big shots. Udit Narayanji, Sunidhi Chauhan, Alka Agnik, Kavita Krishnamurti, Javed
Wow.
Ali. Javed Ali and I did a lot of things together. Mohammad Salamat, Abhijit, and a lot of people. I would never tell all these things at my home. So then
That's so typical. That's so typical.
that's so typical.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then our objective was to get degrees. So I got those degrees, and then I got a job. And so what I do right now, I work with an asset management company. I have their digital accessibility globally. So yeah, that's my full-time job.
Okay. So it's I think kind of funny, but besides singing and being a mentor to the kids and holding a full-time asset management job, is there anything else that you do to
Yeah, that's so
like
funny.
a hobby?
But I do a lot of things. So like I said, I used to play soccer. I don't play anymore.
Okay.
But I box. I have been boxing
Oh,
since like.
okay.
I
Interesting.
mean, my name is Ali. What do you expect from me? So.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do, and I still train my daughter, who is also in MMA. So we spar together,
Oh,
and that's the
that's very cool.
one of the motivations.
Yeah, nobody would have thought you'd do that too.
Yes, I do.
So, circling back to your organization, Ruhaniyat, I know that before you moved from India, I read somewhere that you had some ties to this organization called Ibadat which is also, a promoter of interfaith, interreligious and fights against, the religious bias and the differences. So is that where Ruhaniyat basically stemmed from?
No, it's not. They are two different organizations, but it's the nature. You see what is going on in the society, and then you just want to make it better for the future generation. So, Ibadat. So here's the thing: the one good thing, and I'm always thankful that I met all the beautiful people in my life, great people. One of them he's a former Supreme Court Justice of India.
Okay.
Mr. Karju, and we are friends since very, very long time. And you know how in India and Pakistan, both the countries the character is pretty similar. New generation
Culture.
The culture is very, very same.
Yeah.
We see a lot of opportunities there to work to make those things better. And that's where the Ibadat Khana came in the picture. Ibadat Khana actually, Emperor Akbar, if you know about history,
Yeah.
he had this building in Agra and then hall in Agra where he would call all his ministers to brainstorm about the problems and identifying solutions. So he would
Okay.
call it as Ibadat Khana. So that name derived from there. Um, Objective of this society is I'm still the chairman of this organization.
Oh, okay.
The objective is to talk about current affairs, the problems that people do have, talk about it, spreading awareness. And then we also invite people, because we are very well connected in India and Pakistan both. So we invite people and talk about those problems, ask questions to them, and then try to figure out the solution if something can be done. And we follow up. And that's the Ibadat Khana.
So those are two different platforms.
They are two different
with
platforms.
slightly different objectives, but the bigger goal is essentially the same, to bring communities together to help solve their differences.
Yeah.
Okay, so coming back, we're kind of jumping from one aspect of your life to another. So coming back to your singing career, are you still pursuing your singing career? Do you do concerts? How are you going on with your singing career?
I didn't perform for like 8-9 years after moving to the United States until actually almost for 12 years after moving to the United States.
That kind of went on the back burner?
Yeah, I was just busy. And then, so I went to some event and I performed, and the response that I got. So you remember the first time when I sang in my school, the kind of response I got, I got similar response from that audience. I was like, oh my God.
So it was a deja vu.
It's going back. It was a deja vu.
Yeah.
And then after the pandemic, I started this Bollywood For You where I would sing. And so people started sending me requests. Oh, we want to hear that from you. And I started.
So what exactly is the Bollywood For You platform? Do you go to a place to sing?
No, it's just like home. You have a home studio, you have mixer and tracks and the music, and you just sing and people listen to you.
Okay.
Kind of response that I got, and people started calling me. Like, okay, could you please come? Could you come to our event? And then I have done that. I'm not interested into going like everywhere and being another part. Nowadays, the funny thing is that everybody's singer. Everybody has those karaoke machines in their
and
basement.
they're singing, yes.
And they're just singing. They think they're a singer. And
that is so true.
Been to a couple of places and like, nah, that's not
me. Yeah.
So then I started, I got a band. I formed a band.
Oh, so you have a band
I do
now?
have a band now with live orchestra. I do have bass guitar, acoustic, drummer, and the keyboard, and like proper band. And we started doing shows. So I do shows.
Okay.
I've been doing these shows for 5-6 years now. I do open shows for all these celebrities who come to the United States and do concerts. Recently, red carpet entertainment companies, they agreed to manage me. So they do manage me, and they get all the shows and events
for you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're kind of building up or rebuilding your singing career.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
So I would hate to let you go without listening to a song from you, because I'm sure everybody's dying. We've been talking and everybody's waiting to hear that mesmerizing voice.
So just so you know, I just came back from my work. I was working for last 9 hours.
Okay.
And
is that a disclaimer?
It's a disclaimer.
Okay.
I was not ready for this, but like I mentioned, that song from Lata Mangeshkar, where I got, like, people think that if Mohammad Rafi would sing this song, he would sing in that way. So perhaps, and everybody knows this song, right?
Let's hear it, yes.
All right, so let me try this. हमको मिली है आज ये घड़ियां नसीब से, जी भर के देख लीजिए हमको करीब से, फिर आपके नसीब में ये रात हो न हो शायद फिर इस जन्म में मुलाकात हो न हो लग जागने से. So
Beautiful. This is beautiful. If this is how you sing after 9 hours of work, I don't know how you sing when you are actually prepared to sing. It was beautiful. It was incredible. I'm amazed. I'm not surprised that people actually stood up and gave you a standing ovation and you got such a tremendous response. It's beautiful. Thank you, Ali, for sharing a part of your life with us and all the incredible work that you do besides your amazingly talented voice. And I'm sure we'll be hearing more of you and we'll be seeing more of you on the local scene and international scene, or however you'd like to go about it. But thank you again for joining me. It was a pleasure.
Sure, pleasure. Thank you for having me here. So just in case, I do have a site if you want to know more about it.
Sure, certainly.
aliirfan.com. You can see all the events that I recently performed, and then more videos and other stuff. So you can learn more about me.
Yes, definitely. I'm sure they'd be very, very interested. I'm sure people are picking up their phones after hearing that beautiful voice. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Oh my God.